battle in itself. So the money situation itself, like women get paid less to the dollar to the man, right?
But how do you know? How do you know that we're paid less because we're women? Or
you're the stats lady.
It's because you go into a profession. Like if you're gonna be an engineer, like there's not a lot of female engineers.
Even when it comes to sports, right? The only sport that is paid the exact same.
To money, though.
No, but I'm saying,
tennis.
But that's tennis. It's tennis.
That's because, respectfully, I know men are better than women at sports. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're probably you specifically. You're probably better than most men, but in general, like most men in the NBA can dunk. WNBA can't, and they get paid more because they make more money. Totally. Like women's NCAA has been at a loss for years. They don't even make money.
People pay their hard-earned money to go see athletes because they want to see the best display of athleticism. And unfortunately, due to biological advantages, men just tend to be better all-around athletes. Let's just be completely honest. Would you rather go watch a high school championship basketball game, or would you rather go watch an NBA championship basketball game? The biggest difference between the two is the level of competitiveness and athleticism. And if I spend $17 on a hot dog, I want to be wowed. Athletes are just entertainers, and entertainers are paid based on their entertainment value. I used to be a professional rugby player, and we used to wake up every single morning and train just as hard as the guys, or even harder than some of the guys in the NFL, but we didn't get paid NFL money because we didn't bring in NFL money. The NBA is expected to bring in $10 billion of revenue just this year alone, while the WNBA actually loses $10 million every single year since the year it's been created. How could you expect to get paid more if you're losing the company money? That's like me operating a business with 2 employees. One of the employees works every single day, busts his butt to make the business money, and the other employee is stealing out of the cash register. Who do you think is going to get a raise? How could this have anything to do with the patriarchy when 50% of America is women and they can watch sports just like men can? And when they choose to watch sports, even they decide to watch the NBA over the WNBA, and it has nothing to do with gender and everything to do with athleticism and entertainment value. How convenient is it that everybody's progressive and they care about the gender wage gap, but only when it pertains to women? Why aren't we talking about the fact that female models make 148% more than male models? She's talking about 79 cents on the dollar. A male OnlyFans model will make less than 1 penny for every dollar that a female OnlyFans model will make. Forget it. Why stop there? Let's start demanding that high schools pay 15-year-olds lifetime contracts to play on the high school basketball team. Since gender's a social construct anyway, I don't even know why we're talking about the gender wage gap. Let's slap a wig on LeBron James and put him in the WNBA so we can watch him average 92 points a game.
Okay, you can think that giving him that good is what really gets his heart. You be wrong. Oh, I'm not saying he won't hang around because of that good. But if that's all it is, your days are numbered.
Facts.
You see, baby, there are things that man is really going to crave that won't have a whole lot to do with that sweet potato pie. Yeah. Because if he does not feel loved, respected, and desired, if he doesn't feel that you look at him like you look at no other man, your days are numbered.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying. Be well.
Men are so hardwired to compete for reproduction, we have what I like to call post-nut clarity. Post-nut syndrome, also known as post-nut clarity, is an unknown phenomenon that affects most men. When a man is affected by post-nut clarity, his sexual urges will lie to him. They will lie to him and say that you're a good long-term partner. They will lie to him and say that he's actually interested in you. They may even lie to him and say that you're actually funny. But as soon as he does what he needs to do, he's going to start asking himself, what value does this person offer for a long-term partner? To avoid becoming a victim of post-nut clarity, historically speaking, women have demanded men marry them before having the opportunity to sleep with them. Now, with the modern feminist movement teaching women that marriage is a part of the oppressive patriarchy and the sexual liberation movement, that's no longer a requirement, so men are being plagued by post-nut clarity more than ever before. There are also male victims of post-nut clarity. P. Diddy pays his ex-girlfriend $21,000 a month as a result of his post-nut syndrome. No, but seriously, every woman in the world has a vagina, and every single one of them thinks it's the best, and a man will lie to you and tell you it's the best because he wants to get it again. Because divorce is so stacked up against men, and you don't really need to be married to a woman to get the benefits of marriage because women are willing to just give it away for free, men are more cautious than ever before when it comes to marrying women. Good coochie will get you pregnant, but good character gets you married.
Before I go any further, let me address some comments because I'm tired of it. I'm really tired whenever I have to have a direct moment with a woman, Kendra, you're being insensitive.
Talk to
You're
her.
making people feel low.
Talk
Don't
to
watch
her.
my show. If that's how you feel, do not watch it. Because when I have a man up here, there's nothing but women. Actually, let me talk about this. I have a guy on my Facebook page right now who's in a jacuzzi. And there are so many women in the comments saying he's gay, he's this, he's a sissy, he's giving me feminine vibes.
Can't even enjoy
you
his
women
vacation.
Don't have any problems expressing yourself when it's something negative to a male. But let a woman come up here and we have to have a real talk moment. All of a sudden, I don't like this show because I feel low. You don't like this show because your ass don't want to take direct criticism.
Facts.
And you know what? That's why your ass is going to be watching me as long as I do the show. And you ain't going to get a man because you're not strong enough to woman up and maybe realize there's some shit you got to get together. Okay? So I'm really done with the sensitive women that watch the show that are always complaining when I got to give a woman real talk. And I do it in the most sensitive way as possible. If you guys ever notice, it's exhausting. It really is. So I don't want you to watch my show no more. If you feel as though I'm making someone feel low, this show ain't for you. Go do something else with your Saturday night, with your Friday night, with your life. Because I'm over it. Especially when women are literally more mean than the men on my show. Go to the comments on my page. It is 80% women saying the negative things.
Yes.
I'm over that shit. So if you guys can dish it, learn how to take it. And it's that simple. I'm not going to sit up here walking on eggshells, talking to women when they got crazy shit happening in their lives because you guys are so freaking sensitive. Woman up.
Bingo.
Maybe it's time for you to do something in your life and kind of get your shit together. Have you ever thought of that? Absolutely. There's men up here that got crazy shit going on. I talk to them every night. But guess what? Y'all in that same pool at times, but y'all don't want to admit it. I'm over it. So if you feel as though I'm insensitive, I'm mean, and you can't handle it, my show ain't for you, boo. Go somewhere else. I'm over it. I really am. Every single time. So, I mean, we could just keep lying and just saying, oh, you know what? That sounds good. And then what's going to happen? Ain't no change going to happen.
Exactly.
Because when I do stuff, it really comes from a good place. Whether you understand that or not, I'm telling you this from a good place. I'm not a mean-hearted person. I really am not. But you have to give truth if you want to get results. If we keep beating around the bush, saying the same old bullshit, you're not going to get nowhere. And it's because everybody just trying to be too kind. But y'all not even kind. That's what gets me. Y'all not even kind. Y'all are the meanest people in the comment section.
But you demand people to be nice to you.
Men on my show. But all of a sudden, when we got to talk to a woman, child, Kendra, me, I don't like watching the show. She too insensitive. Well, guess what, bitch? Don't watch it. It ain't for you. And now that problem is solved. Because I'm going to be who I am. So that's gonna be clear.
Yeah.
And I ain't forcing you to be here. So if you can't handle it, my show ain't for you. Next.
We can talk all day about how if a man is broke, short, or fat, he doesn't deserve a woman and he needs to work on himself. But God forbid we tell a 38-year-old single mother with 4 kids from 3 different baby fathers that she's going to have a tough time finding a man that's making $500,000 a year. We have rappers that have hundreds of millions of views from saying, slap a B word better have my money, shake that A word, B word, I want to go rob and kill somebody. And when they die, people tweet rest in heaven. But when Kevin Samuels passed away, a man who told black men that you can build your own communities, you just have to be willing to go out there and compete, and told black women that maybe you should stop considering yourself to be a 10 because a 10 is the image of perfection, and if you believe that you're perfect, you'll never work on yourself. When he passed away, he was presented with hate. Keep in mind, these are the same people that'll tweet #protect black women. As a black man, how can you quote unquote protect black women when they can't take any criticism and they worship the men that are part of the problem in our community? And I'm not even going to highlight any of the negative tweets that I seen on Twitter because they were literally that disturbing. If you read those tweets, you would assume this man committed a genocide. Imagine the lack of empathy and humanity you have to have as a human being to cheer when another human being dies. If there's 2 things that's guaranteed in the human experience, it's taxes and death. And instead of taking the time to reflect on friends, family, and fulfillment, things that actually make you happy in life, you're spending your time cheering because another person passed away. I guess when you live in a country where people spend their free time watching buildings ones get shelled, you shouldn't be too surprised. Being able to accept criticism shows humility, and it shows your desire to actually want to become a better human being. But I guess that's too much to ask for in the age of ego.
Buy a dog, die alone.
Till next time.